Since its founding in 1881, Seiko has distinguished itself as one of the few watch manufacturers capable of utterly reshaping the horological landscape. While the Swiss industry clung to tradition, Seiko relentlessly pursued innovation, democratizing high-accuracy timekeeping and introducing technologies that would send shockwaves through the entire watchmaking world. From the quartz revolution to the advent of hybrid movements and titanium dive watches, Seiko's history is a testament to the philosophy of its founder, Kintaro Hattori, always one step ahead of the rest. This is the definitive countdown of the 10 Seiko watches that didn't just tell time. They changed how the world thinks about it. Number 10. Seiko 5 Sports, 1968. The Seiko 5 Sports didn't just introduce a new watch. It introduced a new philosophy of watch ownership that continues to define the industry's entry-level market. When Seiko first launched the Seiko 5 in the 1960s, the 5 stood for 5 essential attributes that would become the gold standard for accessible automatic watches: an automatic movement, day/date display, water resistance, a recessed crown at 4 o'clock, and a highly durable case and bracelet. However, it was the 1968 evolution into the Seiko 5 Sports that truly changed the game. This model responded to a sports boom in Japan by upgrading the water resistance to 70 meters and adopting a hardlex crystal, but more importantly, it introduced a vibrant array of dial colors that made mechanical watches appealing to a younger, global demographic. Before the 5 Sports, a reliable automatic watch was a significant investment. Seiko changed that by proving that mechanical watchmaking could be affordable, robust, and stylish without sacrificing quality. The watch's success spurred a new generation of enthusiasts and forced the industry to recognize that the market for quality timepieces extended far beyond luxury collectors. Its DNA is still visible in the hugely popular modern Seiko 5 Sports lineup, which was relaunched in 2018 to once again emphasize the model's global appeal and accessible customization. This model effectively democratized the automatic watch, setting a standard for durability and value that the entire industry has had to follow. Number 9. Seiko Gold Feather, 1960. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, the race to create the world's thinnest watch was a fierce battleground for haute horlogerie. Seiko entered the fray with a triumphant and technically masterful response, the Gold Feather. Launched in 1960, this remarkable watch was equipped with the caliber 60, a movement that was just 2.95 millimeters thick, making it the thinnest three-hand movement in the world at that time. The pursuit of thinness was not merely an aesthetic exercise. It was a profound demonstration of technical prowess, showcasing a manufacturer's ability to miniaturize complex components without compromising accuracy. The light as a feather, Gold Feather proved that Seiko could compete with the best Swiss manufacturers in the realm of ultra-thin dress watches. By achieving this remarkable feat of engineering, Seiko demonstrated its manufacturing capabilities on a global stage, challenging the Swiss dominance in the ultra-thin watch segment. This pursuit laid the groundwork for future innovations in movement miniaturization, culminating in the creation of the UTD, ultra-thin dress, watch in 1969, which housed a movement only 1.98 millimeters thick. The Gold Feather's legacy is one of technical ambition. It proved that Japanese watchmaking was not just about catching up, but about setting new benchmarks that even the Swiss had to respect. Number 8. Grand Seiko, first model, 1960. Before Seiko could revolutionize the industry with quartz, it had to prove its mastery over the old mechanical order. That moment arrived in 1960 with the release of the first Grand Seiko. This watch was Seiko's declaration of war on the Swiss watchmaking establishment, designed to be the world's highest quality mechanical wristwatch. It was the culmination of years of exacting work, starting with the Marvel in 1956, which introduced a unique in-house design, and the Crown in 1959, which improved accuracy through innovations like the involute gear. The Grand Seiko, first model, took these lessons and applied the absolute best materials, parts accuracy down to 1/1000 millimeter errors, and a new in-house hairspring. The rigorous attention to detail paid off. The watch qualified as excellent, according to international chronometer testing standards. It didn't just match Swiss quality, it exceeded it. This model established a new standard of precision and finish that forced the watch world to acknowledge Japan as a major force in high-end mechanical watchmaking. It directly led to the establishment of the even stricter Grand Seiko standard in 1966 and paved the way for the brand's technical dominance. The legacy of the 1960 Grand Seiko is that it made the industry sit up and take notice. proving that the pinnacle of horological art could be achieved outside of Switzerland. Number 7. Seiko 6159-7000/Grandfather Tuna, 1975. The world of professional diving had a specific, demanding need, a watch that could survive the extreme pressures of saturation diving below 300 meters. Seiko's response in 1975 was not just an answer to that need, but a masterclass in problem-solving that changed dive watch engineering forever. The Seiko 6159-7000, famously nicknamed the Grandfather Tuna due to its round, protective shroud, was a world first for its use of a titanium case, which was chosen for its corrosion resistance and lightweight properties. More importantly, Seiko designed a monocoque case milled from a single block of steel, which allowed the movement to be loaded from the front and eliminated the need for a caseback, a critical point of failure for water ingress. This innovation helped the watch achieve an astonishing 600 meters of water resistance, a feat that required over 20 distinct patents. The Tuna didn't just create a new category of extreme dive watches, it forced the entire industry to rethink case construction. This design was so effective that the Tuna case architecture has persisted for decades, and the material choices of titanium and monocoque designs have become industry standards for high-end tool watches. Number 6. Seiko Pogue 6139, 1969. The race to create the world's first automatic chronograph is a legendary chapter in watchmaking history, and Seiko was not just a participant, it was a leader. In 1969, Seiko released the 6139 speed timer, an automatic chronograph equipped with a vertical clutch and a column wheel, a sophisticated mechanism that is still considered the gold standard for chronograph movements today. Its vibrant yellow dial and distinctive tonneau-shaped case made it an instant icon, but its true legacy is more than just skin deep. The 6139, affectionately known as the Pogue, after American astronaut Colonel William Pogue, became the first automatic chronograph to be worn in space during the Skylab 4 mission in 1973. The speed timer proved that Seiko's technical innovation was not just for the masses, but was capable of meeting the exacting standards of professional use in the most extreme environments. It successfully integrated a high-complication movement into a robust, accessible package, upsetting the Swiss monopoly on professional chronographs. The success of the 6139 forced the Swiss industry to innovate faster and more competitively, cementing Seiko's reputation as a truly global leader in watch technology. Number 5. Seiko 6105 Willard, 1970. Some watches transcend their function to become cultural touchstones, and few did so as effectively as the Seiko 6105, better known as the Willard. This iconic diver's watch earned its nickname from its most famous wearer, Captain Willard, played by Martin Sheen in the 1979 film Apocalypse Now. However, the 6105's influence far exceeds its Hollywood cameo. With its robust 44mm asymmetrical case and distinctive crown positioned at 4 o'clock, the 6105 established the design DNA for countless future Seiko divers. It was a favorite among U.S. servicemen during the Vietnam War, prized for its rugged reliability in the harsh jungle environment. The watch proved that a tool watch could be both supremely functional and possess a distinctive, cool aesthetic, a formula that Seiko has perfected. The asymmetrical case, which protected the crown from impacts, became a signature Seiko trait, and its influence can be seen in modern classics like the reissued SBB 151 and SBB 153 models. The 6105's lasting legacy is its embodiment of the unpretentious, highly capable tool watch ideal, establishing a standard for military-inspired aesthetics that continues to shape the watch industry's design language. Number 4. Seiko SKX007, 1996. If the 5 sports democratized automatic watches, the SKX007 made professional-grade dive watches accessible to everyone. While its design drew clear inspiration from the legendary 6105 and 6309 Turtle models, the SKX007 was the culmination of Seiko's dive watch engineering, refined into a package that was affordable, reliable, and utterly iconic. It was the perfect entry point into the world of mechanical watches for an entire generation of enthusiasts, offering 200 meters of water resistance, an automatic movement, and Seiko's signature luminous plots at a price point that was unheard of for a watch of its capability. Its distinctive case design, for a clock crown, and functional bezel made it a design classic. While it's no longer in production, its legend has only grown, and it now sits in the Watch Hall of Fame. The SKX007 was instrumental in building the modern watch enthusiast community, proving that you didn't need to spend a fortune to own a piece of horological history. It raised the bar for what an entry-level watch should be and forced the industry to provide more value at the lower end of the market. Number 3. Seiko 62 MAS 1965/SBB 143 2020. The 62 MAS holds the distinction of being Seiko's very first dive watch, and its release in 1965 was a watershed moment for the brand. This watch established Seiko's credentials in the realm of professional diving instruments, providing a robust and reliable automatic movement with 150 meters of water resistance. However, its real legacy is the aesthetic blueprint it created, the skin diver style, which has been emulated by countless other brands. This design philosophy culminated in the modern reinterpretation, the SBB 143, launched in 2020. The SBB 143 expertly distilled the vintage charm of the 62 MAS, its clean lines, functional bezel, and focused legibility, into a modern 40.5mm package that became an instant hit among enthusiasts. It proved that the industry's future lies in respecting and reinterpreting the past while implementing modern materials and movement technology. The SBB 143's enormous success signaled to the watch world that vintage-inspired design, when executed correctly by a brand with genuine heritage, is not just a niche but a powerful driving force in the modern market. Number 2. Seiko Spring Drive 1999. Innovation often comes from thinking differently, and the spring drive is the ultimate expression of that principle. For decades, watchmakers had to choose between the soul of a mechanical watch and the accuracy of a quartz. Seiko's answer, introduced in 1999, was to create a third option that combined the best of both worlds. The spring drive movement is powered by a traditional mainspring, just like a mechanical watch, and features a sweeping seconds hand that glides smoothly without ticking. However, it is regulated not by a mechanical escapement, but by a quartz oscillator, integrated circuit, and electromagnetic brake. This genius hybrid solution, years in the making, achieves an accuracy that rivals quartz, with the Grand Seiko Spring Drive UFA Caliber 9 RB2 introduced in 2025, achieving an astounding plus or minus 20 seconds per year. The spring drive revolutionized the industry by proving that innovation in watchmaking wasn't dead. It created a whole new movement category, one that the Swiss could not easily replicate. This watch forced the entire industry to reconsider the future of mechanical and quartz technology, demonstrating that the path forward was not a binary choice, but a fusion of the old and the new. Number 1. Seiko Quartz Astron 1969. There is no question which Seiko watch sits at the top of this list. The one that changed everything. When the world's first quartz wristwatch, the Seiko Quartz Astron 35 SQ, was released on December 25, 1969, it detonated a technological bomb under the Swiss watch industry that would come to be known as the quartz crisis. Up until that moment, accuracy was the exclusive domain of expensive, finely tuned mechanical movements. The Astron, however, was approximately 100 times more accurate than the best mechanical watches, losing only about 5 seconds per month. The technology was years in the making. Seiko had been experimenting with quartz since 1959 and had produced a quartz chronometer for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. To create the Astron, Seiko had to miniaturize a quartz clock the size of a filing cabinet down to a wristwatch, a monumental engineering achievement. Only about 100 of the first gold-cased models were sold for 450,000 yen, approximately the price of a Toyota Corolla, but the message was clear: the future of timekeeping was electronic. The Astron's legacy is profound. It didn't just disrupt the industry, it completely restructured it. It proved that Japanese technology could lead the world in a category the Swiss dominated, making ultra-accurate timekeeping a mass-market reality. Simply put, the Quartz Astron is the single most significant watch Seiko ever made because it changed the course of horological history for everyone.